Just to provide you a little context, starting January 2014, we became a 100% subsidiary of Walmart, and our entire focus currently is on growing the cash and carry business. We propose to open 50 stores in the next 5 years. We currently have 20 stores in 19 different cities, both in the south as well as the north, and going forward we want to focus on a few states like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and then in the north UP, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, in the west Maharashtra, and that's our future plan.
Okay.
Also the focus is on primarily the growing the business with resellers. I see this as an important area for us. The Kirana stores play an important role in the economy of the country, and I do see us playing an important role in making the Kiranas more efficient and more profitable, and that's where our major focus is.
Okay.
We also will of course continue to service our hotels, restaurants, caterers, offices and institutions as a part of our business model. So as far as the current business model of cash and carry is concerned, 100% investment is permissible through the automatic route. So there are no restrictions whatsoever. And since our entire focus is on business members and not the end consumer, I think the FDI regulations or the lack of it do not matter much at this point in time. We also are growing our business in the B2B e-commerce space, where again the 100% investment is permissible and we can reach out to our customers. So let's talk about the favorable factors.
Okay.
I think India as a country or India as an economy is something which no foreign retailer can afford to ignore. It's a vibrant economy, it's a growing economy, and given the size of the population and the increase in the spending power of the middle class, it's a very significant opportunity for any foreign retailer or for that matter domestic retailers. The ease of doing business, which was certainly an issue in the past, is getting better, and we've seen that in our experience the state governments as well as the central government has been working on making it easier for us to do business in India.
Okay.
So we are quite happy with the progress that has been made in the last 1 year in this whole space, and so that no longer remains as an issue.
Okay.
I think the challenges will continue to be in the area of real estate, because the rental rates in India are higher. Apart from real estate, the second major challenge is about finding the right talent and developing the talent, and then retaining the talent.
Okay, you mean the manpower?
The manpower. The retail talent in India is still in short supply, and compared to the West, it is still an emerging industry. So, but we do make a significant amount of investment in giving exposure to our people by sending them outside India, and also getting experts from outside India to come into the country and train our people.
So is it with every person you do that? You train every person?
So not every single person, but we select a few senior and middle management team members to provide them exposure whenever the opportunity arises. And then at the same time, these people who come back from outside, having understood the Walmart way of working and the Walmart business model, and the kind of experience that one can have in a mature market, they come back and train the teams. That's how we work. And then in some instances, people from expats from abroad who have had significant amount of experience in the area of retail spend time with our team.
Oh, and Does that work out? Do you
It
see
has.
them evolving their behaviors and the kind of work that they put into the organization?
Absolutely.
It does.
It increases the efficiency and the output. It improves the quality of the output and therefore eventually the quality of customer experience, because whatever people do eventually translates into how customers get the experience in the store. So as far as the supply chain part of it is concerned, we have kept it fairly simple at this point in time.
Okay.
Our 20 stores are also the warehouses in a way when it comes to e-commerce. So all our suppliers deliver merchandise direct to the stores, and we have no distribution centers.
Oh, you don't have distribution?
No, we don't have any distribution centers.
Okay.
And when we increase our presence in a particular geography, in a particular state in a very significant manner, that's when we will start exploring the need for distribution centers.
Okay.
But the current model operates very efficiently.
Okay. And could you repeat what that model is? I'm sorry.
The current model is about direct to store delivery
Okay.
by the suppliers and not having any distribution centers. So it removes a lot of inefficiencies which might creep in, even in terms of delays, etc., or particularly in the area of stock holding.
Okay.
This model has been operating extremely well in terms of providing a good level of in-stock or on-shelf availability for our customers. I think we are in the country for long term.
Okay.
And when you start looking at it from a long term perspective, we will continue to be an important player in the market in terms of saving people money so they can live better.
Okay.
Our mission for our cash and carry stores is about making every small business prosper.
Okay.
The focus is on the customer all the time.
Okay.
And the focus is on making sure that the customer saves money. So the end consumer also saves money in the whole process. So we'll continue to be true to our mission and our core purpose for a long time to come. I think e-retail is an important area again, and e-retail has around the world been initially disruptive, but that's where the consumer is going. And today's young consumer in India, for instance, is wanting to shop on the net. So we are not in the B2C space, but we see this opportunity to, I would say, educate our small shop member, the Kirana store who are our members, as well as the hotels, institutions, etc. So we've started our B2B e-commerce initiative in June last year. Currently we rolled it out in about 10 stores. By September we will roll it out in all the stores. And I believe that e-commerce is just a channel for the end consumer. The consumer on different occasions visits the stores or picks up the phone and places an order, or goes on the net and places an order, or wants a business development associate to come and collect the order. That's how our business model works. Eventually the objective of the member is to buy merchandise from us.
Absolutely.
And these are all channels. So if we want to provide omni-channel experience, we have to integrate the experience across these channels,
Of course.
and make them seamless. So that is our approach. So we don't treat e-commerce as a separate vertical in that sense.
Okay.
We treat it in an integrated manner, and the service delivery, whether it is e-commerce or in-store, it takes place from the store.